You will agree with me that writing is one of the most difficult section of the IELTS, and many a time students fail to understand that why their scores were less in the IELTS. So today I am going to cover 5 words that can make your writing weak and what other words can be used in place of that. Hello everyone, my name is Raman and I am an English trainer and I have helped thousands of students to enhance their English proficiency. So the first word is really. It is a vague word and it doesn't do any justice or doesn't make your writing effective. Many a times students believe that it is used to put an emphasis on the subject, but actually it is not doing any justice. So what I will advise you to use it sparingly if you want to use it anyway. So I'll give you an example, using really and without using that. This swimmer really performed admirably. And second, the swimmer performed admirably. So you can see the second sentence is more impressive and it is sounding more formal. So avoid really whenever you can in your sentences. And the second is, most of the times we use the word things or stuff. Now they are not specific at all. And it leaves a room for a lot of questions as to what things and what stuff we are going to talk about. So what I will suggest you is that you need to be more specific, give details. For example, the sentence says the article said a lot of things and stuff. Now what things and what stuff the article said? Be specific. You can say the article discussed the principles of the interactive design. Now we are very clear what the article has said. So avoid using these words in your writing. And the third is the use of I believe, I feel, or I think. Now these are the things which take the focus from the subject to the writer. It means it shows that the writer is not very sure about what he is trying to say. So what is the option is that you should remove this in order to sound confident. I'll show you this with an example. The first sentence is, I believe the researcher has a great point here. And the second says, the researcher has a great point here. Now you can see yourself that the second sentence is sounding more formal and the writer is very sure, or the writer is sounding confident about his point. The next is the use of is, am, are, and was. Now these should not be used because it will make the sentence passive and the passive sentences sounds more complex. Now this doesn't imply in the IELTS writing or in the scientific writing, but in all other writings it is preferable to use the active voice rather than the passive voice. I'll give you an example. The letter was mailed by Sally, and the active form of it is the Sally mailed the letter. So it is very clear that the active sentences gives more information and more clarity rather than the passive ones. But yes, passive sentences should be preferred in the IELTS writing and the scientific writings. The last word which we should avoid is very. It is one of the most useless words of the English language, and the option is to replace very with the advanced words. Examples. So you can use the word furious in place of very angry, immense in place of very big, dazzling in place of very bright. So I'll give you a list of words where very word can be replaced by certain advanced words. So these are the 5 weak words which you should avoid in your writing because they will take away the power of your writing. Thank you and stay tuned for similar informative videos in the future.